The Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice in Edo State, Dr. Samson Osagie, has officially assumed office on Monday, 18th November 2024, after he was recently appointed and sworn in by the Edo State Governor, Senator Monday Okpebolo, as the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice of Edo State. Our senior reporter, Best Orator, reports that the Attorney General was well received. The report.
The Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Edo State, Dr. Samson Raphael Osagie, being received by staff of the ministry upon his resumption of office. There was a prayer session to officially usher him into office as the Attorney General of the state, led by Reverend Dr. Timothy Oluwabinomo, who read a Bible passage and said what is happening has been ordained by God. He said the gathering is to ask God to touch the heart of the new Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice of Edo State, Dr. Samson Osagie, with more wisdom and strength to pilot the affairs of the ministry.
The essence of this reading is to once again remind him and remind all of us that we are all part of what is happening today, because God had known that a day like this, God's own servant will come up to this stage, to this level of his political career. And that on its own calls for a sense of recognition. And knowing the kind of person he is, he recognizes that without God, he can do nothing.
In his remark, the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Edo State, Dr. Samson Osagie, thanked the Edo State Governor, Senator Monday Okpebolo, for the opportunity given to him to serve as the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice in Edo State. He said he is excited because it is an opportunity to work for the state, defend the interests of the people. He added that he will work with his colleagues in the ministry to ensure the visions of the Governor of Edo State is implemented.
I must commend the Permanent Secretary and the staff. In the last 1 week that my appointment was announced, I have been relating with the Permanent Secretary seamlessly and a couple of other staff of the ministry who I am quite familiar with, some of whom are my immediate classmates, some are my colleagues with whom we practiced, some are spouses of my friends. I believe that we are going to have a interesting time working together.
He was thereafter taking round the ministry offices to get a first-hand knowledge of the ministry. In an interview, the Edo State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Dr. Samson Osagie, thanked the Permanent Secretary and staff for the warm reception accorded him. He said he was impressed with what he has seen, but however said there is a lot to be done and urged all staff to prepare to work to defend the interests of Edo people.
Going around, I can see a lot of staff in the ministry dedicated on their duties. I believe the days ahead will prove a number of things. What we have seen is just the structure. As we go ahead, we begin to see the contents. The content is even much more important at the end of the day. But I must thank them for receiving me very warmly today, the Permanent Secretary and the directors. I'm quite impressed about their willingness, the camaraderie they have shown today.
On his part, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry assured the new Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice of their readiness and support to ensure that he succeeds.
We are glad, and we are the first to have a commissioner on ground. So we, like the HAD already said, we'll hit the ground running. We are glad we have seen that he's ready to work with us. He's going to be a father to all. And we have seen that he's going to run an open door policy. So there's nothing to be scared of.
Present at the ceremony were staff of the ministry and colleagues of the Attorney General, who include the member representing Orioma Nuhuode Federal Constituency, Honorable Chief Dr. Billy Osawao, as well as Honorable Chris Okaiben, the mother of the Attorney General, Mrs. Rosalie Imariagbe, and others. Best Orator reporting for BTV News.